Yekaterina Duntsova has been barred from running against Russian President Vladimir Putin in next year's election. The 40-year-old former television host submitted her candidacy a few days ago, but the Electoral Commission disqualified her on Saturday, citing alleged mistakes she made during the application process. Duntsova had planned to run as an independent on a platform to end the war in Ukraine and release political prisoners. DW correspondent Jennifer Palka has more on the alleged mistakes that led to the disqualification of Duntsova.
Well, there are, technically speaking, two different versions why she was barred from registering as an official candidate. The first is, of course, the official version, and there's a non-official version. Let's talk about the official version first. And that stated that there were some issues with her paperwork. Members of the Election Commission, the Central Election Commission in Russia, said that it appeared to them that the application and the paperwork was filled out with haste and very uncarefully, and therefore it did not adhere to legal standards. So they had to bar her from registering. According to the Telegram channel Осторожно Новости, there were around 100 typos, typing errors, and also other mistakes that led to her not registering as a candidate. But of course, there's also the unofficial or the non-official version, and experts say that the Kremlin simply did not want to let her register, as she could become very popular very quickly, especially with things not going according to plan for Putin in Ukraine. And therefore, the risk for the Kremlin to let her register and gather more support, because she is, as we know, a candidate that wants peace and release political prisoners, was simply a risk the Kremlin was not willing to take.
A couple dozen typos is a lot for a journalist. Now, some critics had said she may have been a fake candidate for Putin to play off of, but it now sounds like she posed a problem for Putin competition-wise.
Well, it could sound that way. At least in the beginning, there were things or people, and some even experts said that she was a spoiler candidate, that she was like a puppet by the Kremlin. But we noticed that it wasn't the case, because just a few minutes after she made her election campaign public on Telegram and asked for money, the bank closed off her account and she wasn't able to receive any transfers into the account. And also when she was meeting with her in her support group in a venue in Moscow, there were some electrical failures, and she was simply not able to go through the whole process as it was supposed to be. Of course, they used generators and got the electricity running again. And what was also interesting, that there were like some, in addition to the security forces that were there were also police officers who were very friendly, but who kept a close eye on what Yekaterina Duntsova was talking about. Also, the host of this program, of this meeting, said that journalists were not allowed to ask any political questions, which of course may appear that she was definitely way more problematic for the Kremlin.
Okay, interesting insights there from DW's Jennifer Palka in Riga.